don't know if you can understand this, but it's one of those, like, they try to act like because I called out twice in the past week.
Yeah.
They'll try to act like it's what they call excessively calling out.
Yeah.
It's basically just painting the fucking narrative of, like, oh, he's unreliable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be real with you, at this point, like, I don't even think, maybe it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And they'll look at, like, the times you call out and not the times that you did and you're an exceptional worker.
So, unfortunately, it's just not how it works, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not looking... They're looking to push a narrative.
Yeah.
They're looking to push their version of the story.
Yeah.
The reality, I don't call out all the time.
Right.
I am reliable. Like, I know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it's the narrative they're trying to push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, because of something like this, it's justified that they fucked us over in giving us these system managements.
Yeah.
Where before, I was clearly making the argument that, you know, they're kind of pieces of shit for that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think was disputed by really anyone, but...
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it turns into, oh, well, we didn't post the position because, you know, like, I mean, clearly Dan's not reliable.
Yeah.
We didn't have any viable, reliable options for the position.
Yeah.
It's not true. And I think, like, I'm not worried about it in that context. I know my manager knows if I had a way of getting there, I'd get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's this? That's what I'm talking about.
Obviously, I wouldn't call out a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Come on, child's play, holding no gold.
Go.
I'm hunting 3 of the same monsters right now.
3 of the same.
Yeah. It's going on a run quest, so I'm hoping to get like a cool no armor set off of it.
Good as new. Let's go for a ride. Bye. Think you can get away, huh?
I'm gonna powerbomb you on the prime station.
Giddy up.
What are you fighting again?
What's up?
I said, who are you fighting?
Drew McIntyre.
Ah.
I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Big Scottish guy.
Ah.
He was tag team partners with that guy Sheamus, the like really pale Irish guy.
Ah. Him I know.
Yeah. They've been really close friends for years. Like, consider each other brothers kind of friendship.
Yeah.
And because WWE is a thing, you know, you can't be real life friends with someone without them turning it into a storyline.
Yeah.
They had to turn it into a storyline.
Bless you.
But it's one of those things like, one's Irish, one's Scottish. They
Yeah.
both came into wrestling through the same like channels,
Yeah.
and they kind of didn't know anybody in the industry when they came in.
Yeah.
Time for some sharpening.
That was easy. I already got one of them down.
Come on, hit it. Do
Trying to,
it.
but it's kind of far away. Oh, that's one you missed. Tried to do a cool jumping attack, and I misjudged how far away I was from the monster.
That sucks.
Hmm.
What? Why are they putting me one-on-one with us?
Oh. He did not like my song, lit me on fire.
Something's coming! After it!
No. I like that to show you where on the map these guys are, because he just ran away and I had no idea like what direction he ran into.
Yeah, you'd think they'd have, like, an actual item where, like, you could hit them with, like, a tracker. I
This
get
game
them not, like, just showing you, because obviously, like, you've never seen, in story, you've never seen that monster before.
yeah.
But I think it'd be cool if, like, you could hit it with, like, a blow dart and, like, mark it.
This game just shows you like on the map where the monsters are, but some of the previous Monster Hunter games, I had like a paintball, and as long as they were painted, they would appear on the map.
I don't see how throwing a paintball, shooting a paintball at something would help you track it.
Yeah, game logic, Danny.
No, fair enough. I'm just saying. I'm not quite seeing the logic in that game logic.
Yeah.
Making progress.
This one actually makes sense to why you always know where the monster are, because you have a pet owl that's tracking them for you.
Okay, so there is an actual, like, viable reason, not just,
Yeah,
again, game logic. You know where the monster is.
yeah.
Be careful.
Oops.
They totally stole that from Assassin's Creed. Who totally stole that from someone else?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who they stole it from, but the idea of having a bird as, like, your eyes in the sky, I'm willing to bet Assassin's Creed isn't the first game to do that.
Yeah.
First introduction I know of to that concept was the Crow as a character. But I don't know any video games that I could say were, you know, inspired by that.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins is the first game that I played that had like a bird. Well, I guess this would be the first game that I played that had like the bird for you, and then Origins.
Be careful.
But this one, the bird is automatic, and then Origins you have to call out to the bird. And that's number 2.
I was thinking Assassin's Creed Origins came out before that.
I think,
But either way, to my point, I doubt either one of them was the first one to do that.
yeah,
And I don't necessarily just mean with a bird.
yeah,
A bird, a drone, you
Right.
know, a miniature helicopter, some fucking form of aerial support.
if we're throwing drones in the mix, the first one to do it would have probably been like one of the Tom Clancy games. Because I think one of the Destiny games or like one of the recon things allows you to use like a drone for like recon stuff. And I think you're right that Assassin's Creed Origins did come out first. But I think I played this before I played Assassin's Creed, which is what was I was really saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what I was trying to say.
So my whole point was, though, like, if Assassin's Creed came out first,
Yeah.
Monster Hunter wasn't the first one to do it. That was my point with that.
Yeah.
But, like I was just saying, I don't think Assassin's Creed was the first one to do it either.
Yeah.
And we're kind of not like specifically saying drones.
Yeah.
Again, I just mean it as an example of like
Yeah.
aerial, some type of aerial support.
Right. It's just one of those game mechanics that, like, once one game does it, it's like in every other game. Like, I believe like one of the Batman games did like the detective mode thing, and then like Assassin's Creed has the Eagle Vision, or the other way around. But like once the
First game I know of to have detective vision was Max Payne.
Right.
But more so just to illustrate the point.
Yeah.
Matrix came out with bullet time.
Yeah.
Matrix
And then, like,
games started having bullet time. And then literally every game made in the next 5 years
Yeah.
had some version of bullet time.
Yeah.
So like,
And that's kind of what I was saying with like detective mode. It's like Max Payne or whatever came out with first, and then like it feels like after Assassin's Creed came out, like every other game had like some version of like detective mode or hawk vision, whatever it's called.
right, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, specifically with the bullet time shit,
Yeah.
you can trace it directly to its origins of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right? Even GTA 5 technically has a variant of the bullet time.
Right. With Michael's skill.
With Michael's skill, with Franklin's skill.
Right.
So, my point was like when the overhead support thing, like when did that start as a norm or
Yeah.
becoming?
Yeah.
Because like most gaming fans, most gamers accredit Resident Evil as the start of survival horror games.
Right.
Even though Resident Evil isn't the first survival horror.
Right.
There were games that you could have categorized as survival horror
Yeah.
that came out before Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Resident Evil is just kind of the one that coined that phrase.
Yeah. It's kind of the same with first-person shooters and Doom. Doom is credited as to being the first-person shooter, and every game that came out was a Doom clone. But there were a couple games that came out beforehand that were first-person shooters, but weren't as popular as Doom was.
See, and that's I think that's a fair contributing factor, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious to know which one came first.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because Final Fantasy might have generally stole the idea of the turn-based RPG. Like, they may have been the one that became, like, the face of that genre.
Yeah.
Because they were the most popular in that
Right.
genre of
Yeah.
that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know in Final Fantasy's case there was definitely, I believe like Dragon Quest was like one of the first RPGs out, but people didn't start playing Dragon Quest until after Final Fantasy came out.
So it's like, that's one of those things that's always been curious to me, because like, even the Doom formula, the overwhelming, like, bullet crazed kind of first-person shooter,
Yeah.
isn't technically created by Doom.
Right.
Like, very much popular, became popular because of.
Right.
But Doom technically took that idea from someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just always been interesting.
Yeah.
I've said it before, but like without Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, there is no Hulk.
Yeah. And I don't know if Monster Hunter is the first game to do like the style of gameplay, but I know it's one of the more popular ones.
So, and I think that's the factor, and I think like God of War is another good example. Like God of War wasn't the first, hack and slash style game
Right.
by any means, but it's easily the most popular.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Basically, like every game that came out after God of War was known as a God of War clone.
But see, that's what I'm curious about. So like,